question about the President's national security team. You've made an interesting case about where they came out on Libya, where you thought it was too late. In the case of Afghanistan, you just made the argument that you thought that setting the date over the long term was something that came to regret, although they've since sort of moved the outer date. The President's about to have a lot of change in that national security team. Secretary Gates has said he's going to leave. Admiral Mullen leaves his spot not long after or by the fall. Just seen 2 deputy secretaries' jobs open up at the State Department. Just seen a new national security advisor a few months ago. When the President put his original team together, he advertised it as sort of a team of rivals. And I'm wondering if you would assess how that worked and what he needs to do for this next team. Does it need to look or operate in a different way?
Well, obviously the President leads, and his team, I thought was a very well qualified team that he put into place when he when he came into office. The President's approach to national security was very different than mine. He went around the world after he was elected basically saying that the United States had made a lot of mistakes and done things wrong, and we were going to be different now. There was a, quote, outreach to a lot of countries, unclench the fist, outreach, etc., reset, all of those words were used. And the best example is, in my view, where we disagree, is Iran. When the demonstrators were in the streets in early 2009 and saying and chanting, Obama, Obama, are you with us or are you with them? The President came out and said he didn't want to jeopardize his chances to negotiate with the Islamic Republic of Iran. That was a seminal moment, in my view, because it was a direct contradiction to the policies and advocacy that we have always practiced for people who are seeking freedom and democracy. And the resulting crackdown, obviously, was disgraceful. People were killed, beaten, raped, in prisons by the Iranian regime. And now the chances of the Iranian people achieving freedom and democracy are dramatically lessened. I think that was sort of their moment. So the message was sent then that we are not going to stand up for, whether intended or not, we're not going to stand up for people who are struggling for their basic freedoms that we believe are guaranteed to everyone in the world. And then, of course, the reset with Russia, that we now focused our attention on Medvedev, and I think it's become rather clear over the last couple of years who governs Russia and who will continue to govern Russia, and that's Vladimir Putin. But I think, having said that, I think that the administration has, and the President continues to rely on multinational efforts. I'm all for multinational efforts. I'm all for getting coalitions together. I'm all for getting our allies and people with shared goals and values. But the United States still has to lead. And if the United States doesn't lead, then nobody leads. This latest thing, if I could fast forward, taking our most effective weapons out off the battlefield in Libya, I mean, what sense does that make? And it emphasizes the fact that NATO is NATO, but the United States of America is NATO. We're the ones with the assets. We're the ones with the military capabilities. We're the ones that should be leading